What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 125 of the Chewing Grounds podcast. It's your boy, Loon. You already know the deal. If you guys haven't heard the last episode yet or seen the last episode, we started a Vietnam special. It was part one. We talked about the first 4 or 5 days of the trip with me and my friends. And we went to visit one of my friends' family in Vietnam, and we had a great time in that part of the trip. Now, the rest of this podcast is where the insanity begins. I'm going to be talking about part two of the trip. We have a hard cutoff at right under an hour. I have something planned at 6:30, and I'm currently filming this at 5:06. So we're going to try to knock this out in an hour. But dude, the rest of the trip was fucking nuts. So me and my 5 homies, and I'll share my screen here. Me and the 5 homies at this point go to the airport after our long excursion. At the end of the last episode, we got measured for suits, and for those that are on YouTube, you guys can see that I'm getting measured right there awkwardly, and we ate food and all that. And oh yeah, before we did get on the flight, this is at the airport, we did have a moment where my friend's family hosted a charity event, which was the sweetest thing in the world, and it was for all of his hometown. And there was people who would go by and pick up, instant noodles and rice because, it's not very perishable, and we were just giving it away. It was almost like a soup kitchen type of deal. And it was funny because all of us 6 was a part of the system. We had like a whole system. Hey, rice here, hand it down, and then hand it out. And then some people would have to walk out, the old people who can't really carry the rice because it is a little heavy. And yeah, it was just really sweet. It was a really wholesome way to end the southern part of the trip, the more rural part of the trip. I could never say that word, rural. Anyway, so then your boy's on like 3 hours of sleep from that crazy thing I told you guys about the last episode. If you guys haven't heard the last episode now, go ahead and check that out. But now the fun begins. So now the 6 of us are on our own, no families, just us 6. And 2 of us speak Viet, the rest does not. So the adventure begins. We go back up to Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, and then we fly, which was to Da Nang, which is an hour and some change flight. It was super easy. It's almost like a flight to New York City from North Carolina. Actually, it's easier than that. The airlines was the first airlines we went on was Vietjet. It was all right. Later in the trip, we went on Vietnam Airlines, and Vietnam Airlines is like bougie. It's like comparing, I guess, that of like a Southwest versus like a Spirit. All right, so here we go. So we this is a smoke room. If you guys didn't know, when you go abroad, especially in Europe and Asia, whenever you go to airports, people, the culture there is very more dominant in cigarettes than here in America still. And so there's smoke rooms, and that's one of my friends going in a smoke room. Not going to say if he smoked or not, but or what he smoked. So we're out here. This next part is when we arrive to Da Nang. The first thing we see in Da Nang arriving was like, oh my God, there's a beach. It's like a city and a beach. And it was so cool because even driving through the Uber ride was like 30 minutes. You can literally see how cool the city is, because it's almost like very similar to that of a Miami Vegas hybrid. That's the easiest representation I could say, because it's a big city. There's a strip, but it's on a beach at the same time. So it's very similar to that of Miami, but it's super sick. We get here and we get into this cool ass Airbnb, and shout out to one of my friends who helped booked this whole trip and this whole Airbnb experience, because this was a 3-story Airbnb. If you guys want to book this Airbnb, if you're going to Vietnam and Da Nang, which I highly recommend, by the way, Da Nang was the coolest place out of the whole trip, and I'll explain why in a second. But check out the vlog when it releases. I believe the Da Nang vlog will release in like 3 weeks on my main channel, and then you guys can see where we stayed. But it was a 3-story Airbnb, insane, and it had a sick pool. Dude, it was like covered too, but it was still outside. That was so fun. The water was a little cold, but we adapted. I'm literally on 2 hours of sleep if you guys can't see how freaking deep my eye bags are. But yeah, it was insane. And we had this game. There's a flamingo right here. Let me see if I have the video queued up. But there's a flamingo. Let's see. I'm gonna find this video. There's a video of my friend trying to get on the flamingo, and then we created a game out of it. Let's see. Dude, are we gonna have technical difficulties like the last episode again? It's so hard with these video things, man. All right. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste any time with that. So we created this game where you have to hop on the flamingo while being in the pool. Shit was so hard. So funny. We were all talking about, hey, maybe we'll take a nap and then we'll go out for the night because it's the first night. And my ass thinks that, hey, like, instead, let's just go to the pool. And it wakes me the fuck up. So at this point, I'm on 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and I'm just rolling. I'm like, dude, let's just go out. I go on TikTok, and I found this really cool seafood restaurant. If you guys didn't know, Da Nang, because it's right by the beach, and most of Vietnam, but specifically Da Nang, they're very well known for their seafood. So we had to get seafood, and we went to this restaurant, bruh. And this right here, what you're seeing is calamari. This restaurant was freaking delicious. It was more expensive than the other places in Vietnam because Da Nang is like Miami, but in comparison, it's still cheap. Like, how to describe it? If you get an entree in America, in Miami, it's going to be anywhere from 20 to like $50. This entree was probably like $8, which is still a lot for Vietnam because usually prices in Vietnam entrees can be $1 or $2, but this is it's a little bit more expensive. It was anywhere from $4 to $8 for appetizers and entrees. So then we got this, which is this delicious like sauced and sauteed shrimp. But the coolest experience about this was the waiter peels it for you. With gloves, of course. But it was just so sick. We gave him a fat tip because of that. We thought it was really cool. And then look at some of the other food we got. Oh, some fried fish, boy. Pan fried fish. And that little green sauce on it was so good. It's almost that of like a verde sauce, but not in a Mexican-y way. I don't know how to describe it. Here we have some cheese on top of, which is rare because Vietnamese people don't eat cheese like that, but it's cheese, and they used that creme brulee fire thingy on this like lobster tail or lobster whatever. It was delicious as well. And okay guys, so this is the night that we got this is I can't release all the footage of what happens after this night. But what I will say is I got bamboozled. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly why and how I got bamboozled. So prior to this trip, I got Tinder Plus. And I put my location there because, your boy's single. And, I wanted to see where can I go to get lit. The locals are going to know. And this was our first time out alone. So I had put my location in Da Nang. And I met this girl on Tinder. And I told her, hey, like, what's a fun bar where me and some friends, not all of our friends, by the way, not everyone went out this night, wanted to go out, and we got bamboozled, okay? Because this girl said, hey, she worked at this bar, and the bar ended up being one of those, like, I don't know how to describe it. I think it's called a hostess bar, but essentially what happens at these bars is the girls sit and hang out with you, and you pay a premium for that. It's literally like nothing sexual at all. They drink your drinks actually, and you're paying a premium. So she said she worked at this bar and her friends worked there, and she sent me the place, and I was like, oh, this place is sick. So I go out, and I knew right away. I walked in there and I was like, I got bamboozled. So I rode with the experience, and my girl knew that I spoke Viet, and I couldn't tell if she was actually into me or not, but she was saying like, hey, we can still go to the club after. So then we went to the club, and also that night I personally got introduced to balloons. So what is balloons, might you say? As a scientist, I would say balloons are, I'm just playing. Before I say anything, drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad. Don't do any drugs if you're out there, unless you want to do them, then do them. Anyway, so in Vietnam, laughing gas or whippets is legal. Now, when I say whippets is a drug that you inhale. And in America, oftentimes when you do whippets, which it is illegal in America, you do it through CO2 canisters or nitrous oxide canister. I don't know. You do it through a canister, or you do it through whipped cream cans when you first open a whipped cream. But it's not as pure because you're using that instead of laughing gas. So in Vietnam, laughing gas is legal, which is literally what doctors use in America when you get like wisdom teeth pulled and shit. And they're all over clubs, they're all over bars, and they're anywhere from like, I think the lowest we ever paid for one was like $3 US, and the highest we ever paid for one was $8, which was at like a rooftop bar. And from there, the balloons or the laughing gas, it is legal, so I was not partaking in anything illegal. You take a whiff, and the girl at the hostess bar actually taught me. You take a whiff of it, and then you hold your breath, you let go, and you get this crazy euphoric high. Like, I can totally see how it can be addicting, because your boy, I'm not gonna lie, kind of got hooked on it while I was in Vietnam, bro. That shit was fucking so fun. So you would suck the balloon, like I'll explain exactly how long I did it personally. And then for the next, it takes like 1 second to kick in, and my ears start ringing a little. It goes ring, 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 ring. And then people are talking to you, and you almost feel like you're in a third person point of view, because you can't really hear them, but you can kind of hear them. It's almost like they're talking to you from a further distance. I don't know how to describe it. And all you can feel is this like euphoric, quick high that lasts maybe 15 to 30 seconds max. It doesn't last that long, but you do not want to be walking on this, because later on the trip, I did it. I'll explain that when we get there. But yeah, so I got introduced to balloons, and here's me ripping one. And then all right, so the next morning after that experience, we woke up and we got the most interesting seafood, and probably the second or third most expensive meal we had on the whole trip. Here it was almost American prices. It was still cheaper than America, especially for what you're getting. In America, this shit would be fucking expensive as shit. I really hope I have a video, because I want to show you guys how cool the place we went to was. And I think my friend found this online, essentially. Yeah, I do have a video. Cool. So here's the video. We're gonna have, oh no, that's not the video. Sorry. Do I have the video? I might not. Oh, this is recent. That's why. I'm an idiot. All right. Give me 1 quick second, guys. Anyone who's watching and anyone who's listening, I hope everyone's having a great day. Your boy is trying to find. Here we go. Previous. Boom. Video. Okay. We're looking for a specific video. Here we go. Found it. All right. So we got a video here, and this is what the restaurant's like, the outside of the restaurant. So you go through, and there's a huge tank. Oh.
All right,
yeah.
So you guys are in my glasses.
I'm gonna
right
lower
now,
the volume.
Look at this view, dude. There's a bunch of lobsters out here.
You guys can hear me talk. But anyways, I'm gonna mute here. So essentially, what you're seeing is this. My point of view of that's funny. So here, right, is every seafood they serve here, and it's like tanks on tanks, bro. They had lobster, crawfish, shrimp. They had shrimp that was like huge, like the size of lobsters. They had crab, oyster, anything and everything you could think of. They had there. Either one, it was local or imported through South Korea, which is a big import of seafood as well. And dude, it was worth the money. Obviously, it was a little bit expensive. Like, I think the whole meal was like, it was pretty expensive. It was like probably, I think 80 to 100 a person. But the stuff we got was fucking insane. The thing you're seeing right here, Oh, by the way, in America, this would be way more because you're literally picking the thing that you want to eat, and they make it in the coolest way. They even ask you how you want it made, fried, pan-seared, like they give you options. So this was one of the best things on the whole trip and at the restaurant. This right here is seafood, fried seafood sticks, or how I would describe it is imagine if you got it's like a cousin to that of a crab rangoon, but extremely fresh, fried perfectly, flaky, crunchy, and inside, instead of imitation crab and cream cheese, it's like this smooth cheese, like bougie cheese. I don't know how to describe it. And real crab, like real authentic seafood crab and other seafood pieces. And it was so fucking warm, tender, and delicious. This was the best seafood slicks we had the whole trip. Like right now I'm salivating thinking about it. Oh, look at what else we got, guys. We got a whole ass fish right here. I don't know if this was snapper or what type of fish, but goddamn boy, this was delicious. This was very, very, very good. All right, and then this next one was nuts. We got mantis shrimp. So mantis shrimp, I've never had it, and on this trip, literally the easiest shrimp of all shrimps to eat. Normally, you eat a shrimp. Also, they're massive. So in comparison, you can see a coconut right here. It is the size in length of two coconuts, and it's so easy to eat. You peel they already kind of slice the top layer of the skin, and you lay it back, and you can take out all the meat in one stick. It's almost that of like the perfect lobster tail rip. So it's really nice. Fucking delicious, dude. So good. I'm literally salivating thinking about this. Believe it or not, this is not lobster. I forgot what this was. It's like a type of crab or something, but it was very good as well. Lots of meat. So delicious. And another thing is this restaurant was right at the beach. And at this point, we had a guy, they have people at the beach that come up to you in like carriages and stuff, and you can pay instead of getting a Grab or a Uber. And it's like almost the same price. It might be a little bit more expensive, but you're in open air and it's like great weather. So we did that. And I went to a surf shop to quickly rent a skimboard because I wanted to go skimboarding, and your boy is a kid. So then after that, we hit the beach at Da Nang. The beach at Da Nang was awesome. In my opinion, the next beach we went to at Nha Trang, the next city, the beach itself was better, but Da Nang overall was so much cooler because the beach was solid. Similar to that of like a Emerald Isle, not a good amount of people, not too packed. Very great weather. Like this is like 88, 90, enough wind to where you're not just completely burning. And we played soccer. I don't know if I have the video, but we were playing soccer, and dude, it was so sick because I had these glasses that I got for Christmas, and my sister gave them to me, so shout out to her. And I can record with the glasses, and you can get POV. I don't think I have the soccer video on hand right now. But anyways, so we just played soccer outside. I got a soccer ball. And yeah, the coconut. By the way, coconuts at the beach are so sweet. Like, fucking phenomenal. Honestly, coconuts all over are sweet in Vietnam. But because if they're going to sell it, they're going to be, like, just ripe enough. Okay, so later that night, we went back to the hotel or the Airbnb, the stupid nice Airbnb. Got rested, and then we made our excursion to Hoi An. Hoi An, I didn't get too many videos or pictures. Oh, I got this. So Hoi An, let me show you guys. This is a video of what Hoi An looks like. It's fucking gorgeous, okay? Like, absolutely, it's packed. A lot of tourists, by the way. So you're not looking at just, the workers are all Viet, but a lot of tourists because Hoi An is a UNESCO heritage site, meaning it's protected by the government. And I believe, does that mean the world? Let's search that up, actually. UNESCO heritage. Did I spell that right? I totally did not spell that right. Nope, did not spell that right. Hoi An, Vietnam. So yeah, there we go. It is a preserved ancient town. It is fucking like out of this world. Like you have to see this once in your life. It is ancient. Like you go through there and you can see thousands and thousands of years of history that is completely reserved to perfection. Obviously, they have kept it clean and so forth, but it is a true ancient town and it's fucking beautiful. And I don't know if you guys can see these pictures here, but they're fucking. It was so nuts. But the unfortunate thing is we didn't actually have that much time there. We only had the night, and Hoi An seems like a place that you want to spend at least like one full night there, like a day and a full night to really get the full experience of it. However, we did meet somebody when we landed in Da Nang, and she was solo traveling, Australian girl who was solo traveling and staying in Hoi An. So we met up with her, and we got a fire octopus stick. There's a lot of street vendors, and this is an octopus tail that was so good. And yeah, we got a picture taken at the Hoi An sign, which was so cool. Like literally ancient ruins, guys. Like I don't know if you guys can see this, but this thing is fucking crazy. And so that night, let's see, which one was that night? We were looking for a fun bar. I didn't know where to go. So I asked a girl on Tinder what was the best bars in town or clubs in town, actually, because we wanted to go clubbing, find a lot of people, good music and vibes like that. We also cross-reference with TikTok, and we luckily found the coolest club, one of the coolest clubs on the whole trip. The only issue was our fucking Grab driver was so annoying. He speaks Bak, which means he's like from Hanoi, like that type of northern accent. So it's hard for me to understand. It's hard for my friend to understand. Luckily, he understood some of it. And on top of that, he was being annoying, bro. He was trying to show us all these other clubs, and I'm literally like, bro, can you just drop us off at the address we told you to drop us off at? Because like that's all I wanted to see, bro. And yeah, that shit was low-key kind of annoying. But let's see if I can find the video for you guys. The video, let's sort by kind. All right, movies, and let's see. All right, it was the place that we went to was called On the Radio, by the way. This is not it. Which one is it? This might be it. Nope, that's not it either. That was Korea. I don't think I have it on video. I might not have it on video. Not on cue. I know I have it on my Instagram, and it will be in the vlog. So you guys stay tuned for the vlog. But anyways, so we go to this like place called On the Radio. Maybe I can Google it actually. Let me do that while I'm telling you guys about it. On the radio. There we go. Ayo, we found it. So this bar / club it's a live music bar. It is so fucking fun. Yeah, this is it right here. It is so fun, guys. Like the freaking play. Okay, so they serve food. We didn't get any food, but they had live music out the wazoo, bro. They had rock Viet music. They had rap, not rap. They had like EDM type of Viet music, and it's all Viet. So it's so sick because it's like a real vibe out there, you know? And we go there, we got bottle service, a lot of bottle service. I mean, you can order a beer and stuff, but for price for what you get, bottle service the best. And my favorite thing about bottle service in Vietnam is, one, it is way cheaper than America. Bottle service here is gonna run you a couple hundred, 300-400. Bottle service there is besides the rooftop bar that we went to, it was like $80 to $100, which is like great. You get a full bottle, and not only do you get a full bottle, you get a fruit tray. They always come out with a fruit tray, and I love that shit, boy. And I think that's also a reason why we're never hungover, is because the fruit trays are like hydrating. You're eating something while you're getting fucked up. We got 2 bottles of tequila that night. We were getting litty fucking titty. Let's see what else. Oh. And then I convinced the girl that I was talking to on Tinder, not the one that tricked me, by the way. This is a different girl now. Different girl. I did not want to invite that girl because she tricked me. But I invited a different girl out, the one that was telling us about the spots to go out, to meet us on the radio. And we met there. And after the night kind of like ended at the club, she was like, oh, well, I know a really chill bar if you guys want to go one. And we all loved playing pool, like billiards. She was really good at pool, by the way. I could already tell because she had a picture of that on her Instagram. So I was like, hey, let's go play pool. She takes us to this really cool spot. We're getting drinks. One of my friend makes this. They had a game there where if you get one shot, and if you make it, it's like a tiny basketball, and if you make it, you get a free shot. One of my friends made it, which is sick. And we got drunk. She fucking hustled me because we played pool together. And she totally let me win. I could just tell. I was like, bro, she's disgusting. Then I told her to finally play serious, and she waxes me. Like, I got to hit maybe twice the whole game. Absolute waxed me. Anyways, so at that point, I left the crew because I wanted to go on a solo date. And she took me to this cool little bar. It's a fun bar where you get mixed drinks for $90K, which is essentially $4. Yeah, mixed drinks for like $4, under $4 actually, so three. And this is a whiskey sour, and I don't know what she got, but it was a cool experience. And then we went to get snacks, and then we hung out some more and so forth, and that was that night. Fun experience though. Oh, she showed me her freaking tattoo parlor. She was a tattoo artist. That was really sick. The place was awesome. This was really cool. I had to take a picture of it. There's a snack in Vietnam. I think it's a Korean snack. And it is a giant rolled seaweed, like the shape of like a hand rolled sushi, but it's just the seaweed. It was really cool. It didn't taste really good. Okay, the next day, very, very big day, guys. The biggest day of all the trip, and it was right dead smack in the middle of the trip. So one of my friends told, and up to the trip, we all kind of sent each other videos of places that we wanted to see. And it all correlated with this one spot called Ba Na Hills. And I didn't know what I was getting into. All I knew and had heard about was the Golden Hand Bridge. So I knew it was up in the mountains, didn't know much. Apparently my sister had been there 4 times, never fucking told me about this, which is crazy. So we go to this place called Ba Na Hills, and we call our driver from the night before because this driver was really sick. And we go out here. His name was V, by the way. Shout out V. He was that driver. By the way, you can hire drivers in Vietnam as chauffeurs, and they wait for you on whatever excursion you do. You pay them for the whole day, and it's like $30 to $50 for the whole day as getting a full chauffeur. And that's for a squad of 6 too. So we go out to Ba Na Hills. It's about 45 minutes to an hour from Da Nang, and this is kind of like when you pull up to the place. I thought this was a cute picture. And you pay for a ticket to go on this lift and to go up to Ba Na Hills. The ticket is $40 US, and the fast pass is $50 US. We didn't know about the fast pass until later, which we would kind of regret not getting the fast pass. But with the $40, it includes everything except for food and drinks. So the whole rest of the trip, everything's paid for. So like if you go on a ride and so forth, everything, it's included. So now we go on this lift with our $40. Oh, I want to make a note. V, our driver, had lived in Da Nang his whole life and had never been to Ba Na Hills. He said it was too expensive because $40 is essentially, I mean, he's got a family, and $40 for just one ticket is, to them, that's equivalent to like, that's like for us like $300 and no, 300, 350. Yeah. So imagine getting a ticket somewhere for $350 and you got to get it for your whole family. It's a lot of money, especially for people who aren't making like as much money. So we decided as a group, which shout out to my friends because my friends are the best. We all decided, hey, let's buy this guy a fucking ticket. And it was his first time ever. He was scared of heights, but he was like calling his wife. He was like, this place is fucking insane. And I was just so happy to see that he was happy with this whole experience. It was just so cool to see like a local like fully filled with joy. So we went on this we went up to Ba Na Hills, and it's like you go up these far lifts here. You can see it right here, up this mountain, and it keeps. Oh, camera cut out. Let me keep it going. It keeps going up, bro. At a certain point, we were like, "Holy shit, we're going really fucking high," and it keeps on fucking going, guys. Like all the way up. And let me show you what it looks like on hills. So we go all the way up, bro. Amusement. And when we finally get up there, we are officially above the clouds. Like literally, like I don't know how to fucking describe this, guys. We are above the clouds, and when we get out, guess what, bitch? It's a fucking amusement park in heaven, in the sky. It's a whole ass amusement park called Sun World. It is massive. I'm talking like huge, huge, huge. Let me zoom in on this so you guys can see how big this amusement park is. This is not even. This is just one castle of the amusement park. It was this castle was gorgeous though. The amusement park, like there was rides. There's this indoor side where you can go on like a drop ride. I'm sure you guys can see that right there. There was this is a good picture of it. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, so this is what it looks like at night, which it was very beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but right here, gorgeous at night, and it was massive, guys. Like in perspective, I want you guys to understand it is the size of one of the Disney World theme parks. No, I'm gonna say two, one and a half. But you're above the clouds. Like this is not this picture that you guys are seeing. It is way higher than that. Like you look down, you can't see the ground. It's just clouds. It was fucking insane. And we convinced our driver to play a game, and we all played this like shooting game. It was really fun. Again, it's all included in your ticket. Very fun time. We got some food up there. They had a lot of international food, which was very interesting. I think that's because there's a lot of international travelers there. There was a lot of Korean people. There were some Indian people. There were some like you know what? The one thing I didn't see too much of is African people. I did see black people, but I think they were American black or French black. Yeah, this is Khachapuri, and I was really shocked that they had Khachapuri. It wasn't the best Khachapuri I had though, but Khachapuri is essentially like it is a Georgian dish or Albanian dish. I think it's Georgian, and it's an egg type of pizza thing, but with no marinara. It's very interesting. Cheesy egg bread. Here's some of the squad missing one person. I thought this picture was sick. Oh, while you're in Bonnet Hills, there's just absolutely gorgeous things that you will see. This is the outside of the temple, and so we decided to walk up this beautiful temple that was like gorgeous. Look at this sucker, bro. And this was just like the tiniest part of the temple. The temple was fucking massive, dude. We took pictures, and you guys can't really tell from this because this was portrait mode, but this is the sky. Like you are in heaven. And then even after going on all those rides, going to the temple, seeing there's a church, going eating everything, you get to the main attraction, and we already were dumbfounded at Bonnet Hills. We were already like, all six of us was like, oh my God, I can't believe we're in fucking heaven. Like, this is insane. And you're telling me there's still another giant thing we have to see, and it is that of the Golden Hand Bridge. So if you guys don't know what the Golden Hand Bridge is, this is a good representation of how high we were, by the way. Yeah. Oh, this is the Golden Hand Bridge. Dude, look at how beautiful. And they had cool ass music that made it look heavenly. So now that the clouds kind of cleared out, look at how beautiful the sky is. Dude, look at that sky. You were literally above the fucking clouds. And even after all that, it's a bridge that's held up by two stone hands. And the stone hands are massive. Literally the most picturesque spot I've ever seen in my life. And even over here, there's a garden. There's a bunch of statues that they created. Fucking gorgeous. Here's a picture of me. Another fun thing is because you are in the clouds and the clouds pass. During this time, we were in the clouds, so it was very misty looking. And then when it cleared up, it looked crazy cool. This is when it was still misty. There's me flicking you guys off. Oh, and then you get the view of the park, the amusement park, from the Golden Bridge, and it was sick. It looked like fucking Hogwarts. Like, tell me that doesn't look like Hogwarts during the day. Harry, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Anyways, oh, and even after all this, we found out there was even more stuff we didn't see. We explored the place from 10 a.m. to about 6:30 p.m. So a total of 8 hours, and we didn't get to explore everything, which we were a little bit sad about. We didn't get to go into the main cast, not the main castle, but one of the castles. But we did see this, and we saw this at a time where it was closed. I mean, not closed. There wasn't any people there, so it was an awesome opportunity to take pictures. You guys can't see it all because it's panoramic, but essentially it's this giant like corridor. It's very similar to that of the Louvre in Paris, France. Paris, France, and is gorgeous. There's me in comparison. I'm tiny. This thing was gorgeous, gorgeous. This is how Bana looks during the night. It was very pretty, very beautiful. And that night was just absolute gorgeous. And then later that night, we had we finally got back, and actually that night we had to sleep early. Yeah, because we got back from Bana Hills really late. Oh, here's a funny fucking story that I have to tell you guys. So in Bana Hills, we started panicking. So this picture, he's smiling, but the rest of the group, besides me and my one friend that's pictured here, was very stressed out because of the Golden Hand Bridge, and we were taking so much pictures, and we were having so much fun seeing all the sights. We didn't realize that the park was closing, and at this point, only people who are staying there are about to leave or staying in the resort overnight. So us six are panicking because we got to meet up with our driver, who, by the way, our driver had left earlier by like 2 or 3 hours because he said it was a little bit too much walking, and it was a little cold for him because we are up in the mountains. And us six are like, damn, we got to make it back. And all the exit entrances started closing. So we're starting to panic a little bit, and the leader friend is actually panicking. And I'm not going to lie, your boy is mega immature. I found something that was so funny that I could not stop laughing, and I just had to dude, we were like hallucinating laughing because one, we were stressed out, two, we were on low sleep, three, it was just we were tired. And there was a place that was in Bana Hills. It was like an event center and party area called Bestival. Let me pull this up before I tell you guys how funny. And during this time, 3 out of the 6 friends are really stressed out, and one friend's just not having he's just chilling. He's just along for the ride. Bestival Bana Hills. All right. There we go. So, wait, where's the... I know it's a real place. There we go. Oh, please show me. Oh, found it. This is it. Oh my God. So it's an event center. Bunch of fun stuff here. Oh, you guys, I didn't share the screen. It's an event center. It says Bestival right here. And we're walking by here in the middle of the night. And my friends are really stressed out. But I read this, and I'm thinking in my head, whose fucking idea was it to name a building Bestival in Vietnam? And now you guys might be thinking, what do you mean, Loon? That's a great name. It's the best festival. There's one problem you didn't think about. Asians can't fucking pronounce that. Because we're going to say, it's a Bestival! It's the Bestival! So I fucking see that, and I'm like saying, Bestival! And one of my fucking friends, bro, we were fucking cackling the whole damn time. And half of the group, or majority of the group, is stressed the fuck out, not laughing. And we're over here dying in tears over Bestival. And we're making jokes like, man, it's really sad that we couldn't go to the Bestival. Yeah, but tonight we're gonna get high on balloons and go to the Bestival. Matter of fact, I'm about to call my friend right now. See if he'll say it live on camera real quick. But dude, it was just a surreal experience. God, and all my friends were so stressed out, and it's just me and this one friend who just screams it out loud, nonstop. By the way, like we're trying to figure out where to go. He and my friend didn't pick up, so we're not gonna have that little quick segment of the bit boo. Anyways, so we finally do find the final exit, the last exit that they will leave out of the night, which is at 7 o'clock, and we had to wait for it. But thank God, the day was gonna be the day was gonna be saved, and we were going in there, and it was like pitch black going back home, and in the ski lift, and it was very scary. But it was cool. We made it back. Unfortunately, we had an early flight the next day. We were gonna have to be up at like 4:35 a.m. and we got back at the Airbnb at like 8:30. I had originally planned on meeting up with the girl who tattoos because she was going to give me a free tattoo, which was going to be sick. How could I say no to that? And she was awesome. So, but unfortunately, we didn't have enough time because I did have to go to bed. The funny thing is I didn't even go to bed till like 12 or 1. So I got 3 or 4 hours of sleep again. And we wake up, we fly to Nha Trang. Vietnam Airlines, insanely sick, by the way. And when we get to Nha Trang, this is how it looked like. I do have a video of that. Driving to Nha Trang, if you guys didn't know, Nha Trang is an area that was very popular for its floating islands. So it's hard to see here, but I'll make it as big as possible. It's floating islands that are uninhabitable. You can visit, but it's like nearly impossible to truly live on because of the way that it's lined out. So here's a little skimming of a video driving on Nha Trang. And yeah, see here's some of the islands. There's a shit ton of islands though. And one of the islands has a amusement park, which is very cool. We didn't get to go to that, but Nha Trang is essentially a full beach town. So the last place was more Miami. This place was more like a Charleston, a Wilmington, but more beautiful for sure. But it's like a full on beach town. Like it's not so much party. I mean, there is partying and stuff, which you will see in a second. But it is a different type of style than Da Nang. Da Nang was like Miami, lit as fuck, beach, everything, you know. And this one is more about the beach itself. Very beautiful beach though. And when we first got there, we needed to go to a restaurant. I searched up some places, found this very cute restaurant. Very, very cute restaurant. We ate delicious food, and the funny thing is the waitress came up to us and was like, "Oh my God, you guys are so handsome. Can I please take a picture of you guys at our restaurant?" So we got a picture of us at the restaurant. Very fun. And we went to our hotel. And our hotel was very unique looking. I don't have a video on here, but you guys gotta see it on my vlog. It's this hotel that's on the like 20 something floor, and we look out, and the whole hotel is all glass and curtains. So like glass doors and everything, so we can all hear each other and see each other unless we close the curtains. And all 6 guys, by the way, which is funny. And the view was insane. You could see the whole strip because Nha Trang is on the strip of Vietnam at the way end of Vietnam where you can see the whole curvature, and it's very beautiful. The way that they laid it out was very smart. And that night, a few of the guys, not the whole group again, a few of the guys went out, and your boy was on Tinder again, on that Tinder, and I met somebody who told us, hey. Well, I did vet them. I made sure that it wasn't a hostess bar. And she was like, hey, like, yeah, I'm just now getting off work at a restaurant. You want to meet up at this bar I like to go to? And I was like, yeah, sure. They play good music. We go to this bar. And, of course, I had to take a picture because when you get bottle service, they come out with motherfucking goddamn fruits, boy. Yeah, this place was super sick. Oh, this isn't it. Oh, here's a video of me getting driven by the tattoo girl, which was very funny. I thought it was so funny that I was riding backseat to that. So dope. Having a Tinder date drive you around. So goofy. I felt like a passenger princess. I was a passenger princess, actually. That was awesome. Let me find the video of the bar we were at because it was really interesting. Very different experience. Oh, here we go. So they got me bottle service complimentary of the girl's brother who met up with us. Shout out to him. He was awesome. And they said, welcome, Mr. Loon, to Sigma. And by the way, I want to say that there was go-go girls dancing and so forth, but I won't put that video in here. It might be in the vlog, but, we're not gonna put it in here. Yeah. So here's some coconuts we got the next day, by the way. Oh yeah. So before we get to the next day, it was funny because me and two of my friends looked at each other before we went out that night, and we were like, oh, we're kind of tired. We're on like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Should we go out? And I was like, yeah, guy. I mean, she invited me out. You guys can come if you want. I'm gonna go. And we're all like, let's just go for a beer. We go for one drink, right? That never actually happens. We go out to this place and it's bumping. We get like 2 drinks, one, two drinks. And she's like, hey, do you guys want to go somewhere fun after? And we're like, yeah, something more chill, like good music. It'd be cool. She takes us to a fucking club with live rap music, and she knew the owners, and it was one of the most insane experiences of my fucking life. So this is when we first got there. They had a whole rap group live perform in this place. It was fucking insane. The bottle service was crazy. She knew the owner. So the owner then lets us sit right in front of the stage with all the rappers. And while this is going on, I get on fucking stage. I get to be on stage, bro. And I'm on my friend's like shoulders. We're dancing, having a fucking blast. And then on top of all of that, funniest fucking thing, I got the mic. My friend keeps coming out. He's like, yo, you got to say bet the bow on the mic. And the MC hands me the mic. And I go, everybody, we have to bet the bow. And no one, I mean, like, people were screaming, but they wouldn't, like, laughed at that, except for me and my friend are dying of laughter. Okay, so the next day, we finally get some rest. And we hit the beach. And we got 2 coconuts for the price of 1. That's an inside joke. Too long for me to explain, but it was very goofy of us. Yeah, we went to the beach, and it was a cool vibe. Do I have a picture or a video of the beach? If not, I know for sure I'll have it on the vlog. Let's see. It was a very beautiful beach. We kind of just sat, chilled, vibed. And then that night, our friends really wanted to go to this rooftop restaurant that they had heard about because they met these 2 Canadian guys who told them about it. And it was a very beautiful view. I will say that it was definitely overpriced for what it was. It was like a steakhouse, American prices, literally like identical to American. It might be not identical to that of a rooftop bar, but identical to that of like a nice restaurant in America. So it was the most expensive price place that we went to. We balled the most out on the seafood place because we bought the most stuff. But here's some food at the place we were at, and our cheap asses ended up getting like chicken nuggets and like kids menu stuff, and it was not good at all. But yeah, that's our fault. We should have got steak, but it was expensive. And I got a henna tattoo of Bet the Book. Here's me and my friend's brother. He was a great guy. Here's a little balloon on the side. And yeah, Nha Trang was chill. It was a very like okay vibe. Oh, I have to show y'all this though. 2 of our friends went on their own excursion, and they found, and they brought back, thank God they brought it back, the best banh mi I ever had in my life. This is the best banh mi. The bread was a little too flaky. So if we could swap the bread, it would have become god tier. But the filling, bro, she had steak in here. I'm talking like steak, like ribeye or some shit, bro. She had egg in here. Egg and steak. This is like an all-star breakfast from fucking Waffle House in a banh mi, bro. It was phenomenal. But yeah, overall, Nha Trang, if I were to rank it, Nha Trang was probably my least favorite spot because it was just a beach and cool clubs, cool bar. It was one of the funnest nights out though. Like that night with the rap club, that was insane. But the actual city itself, would I ever visit it again? Probably not, unless a friend really wanted to go to Nha Trang. I'll come by there just for the beach vibes. It's very similar to that of a Charleston or Wilmington. Like it's just very beachy. But Da Nang, number 1, Saigon, easy number 2. Actually, I'm gonna say those are tied because we're about to get to our Saigon adventure. But those 2 are very tied. And then after that, all the rural areas was very sick, and then finally Nha Trang. But Da Nang just has so much around it. Like they have Hoi An, they have Bana Hills, but Saigon was crazy. So Next day, we fly midday, 12 o'clock to Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, the main place where you fly into in Vietnam if you're going to the south. A place where I have family and a great time. And this is where the adventure gets even crazier because this is the last 4 days of the trip. We were going to spend the most time in Saigon because Saigon's the biggest city. Saigon, in comparison to America, which I would say is New York City, it is actually, in the last podcast, we found out it was bigger than New York City itself. And that of Ho Chi Minh City, it has like almost 1 million people bigger than New York City, and it's very big. Like there's many districts. Bro, we pulled up, and first off, I found out earlier in the trip that my cousin's getting married the same day in Saigon that we were gonna arrive there. So I asked him, "Is it cool if me and my friends come?" And he's like, "Of course, we'll have a table for you guys. Just come whenever." So we go, and broski. We see the view outside our hotel, and we had a gay moment because look at this view, bro. It's the whole city, and we were right outside District 1. And if you guys didn't know, District 1 is the spot to be in Ho Chi Minh City. So we were on District 8, but like right across the river. No, not 8. District 3, I think. Right across the river, though. And it was fucking beautiful view. Insane view. Then we pulled up to the wedding. Bro, we did not expect a Vietnam wedding to be this fucking lit. It was right outside their house. They had hired like people to set up a full venue, and it was like the reception for it. And bro, this is me and my cousin. Shout out to Tam. He got married. I'm very happy for him. He looked amazing. The wedding was fucking insane. And this is the boys at the wedding. We had the first table, unfortunately, right next to the speaker, so our ears are blowing out. But the food, bro, food was smack. Unlucky for me, I didn't get much time to eat the food. Here's some of the food at the wedding. It was so good. But unfortunately, I didn't get to eat much of it because that wasn't it. It was these and a bunch of other food. Because a lot of my relatives are there. They kept wanting to take pictures with me. I'm going to say a lot of girls were flirting with me there. It was very funny. Like they all knew of me because my family and so forth, and they're all like, "Oh my god, like he's so handsome," and I was over here like, "Oh, thank you very much," I say. But yeah, this is all the food. I don't know if it was showing on camera. The boys at the wedding, and here is video. This is sideways, so sorry. I'll edit it in the vlog. Wedding was very lit. This dude was fucking drumming with a chopstick, bro. That shit was goofy as hell. God, I don't have the. You guys are gonna have to watch the vlog because you guys are gonna be able to see like how actually lit the wedding was because I don't have the videos on hand. Fucking crazy, bro. There was karaoke. They convinced the American squad to karaoke. We sang Backstreet Boys' "I Want It That Way." We fucking dude, like literally crazy experience. We drank, by the way, each 12 beers, or no, I'm gonna say anywhere from 8 to 12 beers. Like you would see the cans of Tigers. And it would be like a fucking collection because I don't think they realized how big Americans are. And it was so easy to drink these beers because they put them in ice there. And it just goes down so much smoother. And you're staying hydrated. They tell you not to drink the ice, but if you drink alcohol, it'll help with the bacteria. And crazy night. Oh, funny story about the wedding. So the boys asked for a bathroom, and people would just like would point out there. And they walk all the way down, and they realize, they're like, "Where's the bathroom?" And they're like, no, like, there. And they point at the river. You just pee in the river. And that shit was so funny to see everybody's reaction. Okay, the next day, we were going to wake up and actually, we went out that night. Some of us went out. We went out to the crazy rooftop bar and spent the most money we've ever spent on the whole trip. And I don't have footage of that because, I have one footage actually. A lot of it will be on the vlog, but I do, sorry, that's from Korea. I do have one banging footage. I gotta show you all that. I met up with by the way, I had met up with a girl from the very first night of the trip. And shout out to her. She knows who she is. She's awesome. She showed us a great time. And she took us to this rooftop bar that was one bad thing was it was expensive, but it was very fun. And dude, so they got us bottle service and it says "Welcome Loon and Friends." That shit was so fucking sick. Very fun experience. Also one of the few black people I ever saw on the trip. There's not a lot of black people in Vietnam, but there are some in Saigon, I will say. And so then the next day, we had a big morning for us because one of our friends' cousins, who we had met up back in like the southern area, she was gonna take us on a little food tour and tour of Ho Chi Minh City on all the local spot, which was so great. I'm very thankful to you. She knows who she is. I think her name. I can say her name. I think it's Ngin or Ngao. Ngin, Ngin, Ngan, Ngin. I don't know. Thank you, Ben Ngin. I think that's her name. um, she was awesome. They took us to this. She took us to this Chinese spot. Fucking amazing, bro. Like literally. So this right here is a famous dish in Chinese culture, and also Vietnamese people eat as well. And you can get it the soup on the side or inside, and there's dumplings. Like delicious dumplings, by the way, on top of I think that is of pork, and delicious noodles. Like this soba noodles is, or whatever type of noodles, so chewy, so delicious. And we got some more. We got hooked onto the seafood, like fried seafood sticks, but it wasn't as good as the last place, but it's still very delicious. And then we went shopping some. We also went shopping because we were in the shopping area in Ho Chi Minh. And we got my friend a dress. And I was playing. We got my sister a bunch of clothes. And then my sister told us we have to go to this restaurant. And here's some food at this restaurant that we did get. Shout out to my sister Tao. She paid for this restaurant trip because she wanted us to fully experience this. And bro, these right here, panda and chicken balls, fucking phenomenal, bro. Dude, here's some more stuff there. Oh, so good. I don't have a picture on me, but you guys are going to see it in the vlog. It's all filmed in the vlog. It is the best. And by the way, it's a Thai restaurant. And she hyped it up. She said it's better than in Thailand. And she went to Thailand. I'm not joking with you guys. It was the best papaya salad and the best pad Thai I've ever had in my life at this place. Shout out to Chili Thai in Ho Chi Minh City. Best pad Thai. We took my friend's cousin there, and she even admitted like it was really freaking good, reasonably priced. More expensive than street food, but at the same time, not at all as expensive as some of the other restaurants we were going to earlier. Fucking amazing, amazing food. I really wish I had all the pictures, but don't worry, it will be in the vlog. After that, I got invited on a date with the girl from Saigon. We're going to call her Saigon girl. So Saigon girl who I'd hung out with the first night and the night before, she invited me on a date. I went on a date and I ate a second meal. Fucking so goofy. A whole second meal, bro. Can you believe that shit? And we got this huge mixed drink. It was freaking so good. And then we got this right here. It's a type of like sliced flank steak, very solid. And yeah, here's some more stuff on that earlier. I forgot to put this in the video. When she took us on the food tour, we went to Bui Ding, which is a very famous spot. This spot was created in the 1850s, I think, or something like that, a long time ago, by the French. And it's a very famous spot. It's the postal office, but it's historically famous as well. Also famous in the war too, Vietnam War. And yeah, we went here. It was really cool to see. We got a picture in front of it. One of my friends bought an ice cream from an ice cream vendor outside and instantly drops it on the floor, bro. We have a picture, and I wish I had it on here, of all of us pointing at him going, ha ha, because it was hilarious. But yeah, great experience. And then later that night, we were going to go out and watch the Vietnam soccer game because Vietnam was playing. Here's the boys in some Vietnam gear. And yeah, we went. Then after that experience, we some of us, not all of us, we went to the walking district. You guys don't know what the walking district is. Let me preference you. Walking districts is very touristy area. That's similar to a Times Square. Very packed, lots of people. But you are going to get pulled in by girls. There are so many women, massage women, you know what I'm talking about, happy ending, that pull you in trying to get you to, spend your money on them to, flop it up. And yeah, so that I didn't partake in any of that. And at least that night I didn't. No, but we were at the walking district and we just had some fun. And this was the night, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wait, actually, we didn't go to the walking district yet. It was just me. I went to the walking district by myself. Yeah, I went by myself, I think. Yeah, and then I met up with, Saigon girl. It's a little clip. Oh, I met up with Saigon girl here. Here's me with a balloon and her. We were vibing, having a good time. And then the next day we went to a funny picture of my friend. This is the outside of a fish market that is in that of a I forgot the Bintan or something. There's a big giant bartering store that you go to buy clothes, fake shoes, things like that. It's insane. It's very tight alleyways, and you walk, and all these people are like trying to speak to you in English, but then they find out I'm Vietnamese. They will flirt with you. They'll do whatever, and they're like calling at you, like, "Hey, come buy this, come buy this." And I'm not gonna lie, bro, your boy bought like 8 shirts in that bitch, bro, because these motherfucking shirts were cheap. They will try to sell it for you for like $20, $30 US. And then you barter that shit down, boy. I know how to barter. I got every single shirt there for $3 to $4. With exception of one shirt, I paid $6 because it's a higher quality. But almost bought shoes, bro. Because if you guys didn't know, Nikes is made in Vietnam, so the fake Nikes look and feel like real Nikes, and they're $8 to $12 versus $100. And then later that night, we met with my American friend Caroline Giles. Shout out to Caroline Giles, my friend from college. She actually moved to Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City and had been living there for a while now. And she hit me up DMs, found out that I was in Vietnam. We linked up. She showed us the coolest spot, one of the coolest spots in Saigon, Little Tokyo, and we had some of the most delicious sushi and sashimi there. Here's some pictures of the oysters, sushi, and it was fucking phenomenal. Here's an eel one, and here is me and my friend that night, because we met with Saigon girl, and she showed the whole group, including Caroline, this really cool karaoke club bar where you rent out this giant room, not too expensive, and you get drinks, you can get balloons if you want, and there was a lot of fun things that happened. We karaoke'd a lot too. And here is a picture of a guy we met right after we went to this random ass bar, and we met this dude. I forgot his name right now, but he follows me on Instagram, bro. Shout out to this guy. He speaks Vietnamese and English. Well, obviously he's American. He is an ex-Air Force guy, and he has moved to Vietnam. And dude is so funny. He speaks Viet pretty fucking well. You guys have to check out the vlog for when his part is there. Then we got banh mi, and yeah, that was the final night for the boys. And after that, I was on my own. The rest of the trip was on my own, and sadly, I do have to cut off this vlog because we've been running for an hour now. But that was most of the trip. Don't worry, we're gonna have, I guess, the next vlog will be the final Vietnam recap. We're going to talk about my time alone in Saigon, and also in Korea. So you guys will get to experience that story. And then we'll talk about some other stuff in the next podcast too. We'll kind of move on from Vietnam as well. But yeah, thank you so much if you guys have been listening. I love you guys so much. Vietnam was the most insane time. I can't wait to edit these vlog, guys, but it's going to take some time because literally I filmed just 2 or 3 days worth of vlogging was 3 hours of content. So I have to cut through all that. It's a lot, but thank you so much if you guys have listened, watched, or anything on this podcast. You guys mean the world to me. You guys are the real OGs if you guys are like watching this, especially. But I know I got like 100 or so listeners on various platforms. So love you guys. I will see you guys next week. Next week we'll talk about the final part of the trip, and then also move on and talk about some other topics, trending topics. Drake's penis, maybe. Nah, that's too long. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.